Welcome on back, everybody, and welcome to another NFL mock draft on the channel. My name is Absolute Illusion. You can also just call me Colton, and today we are doing the... Oh my gosh, I forgot their names. The Carolina Panthers. What is wrong with me? I need to drink more G Fuel because apparently I can't even remember a football team name. Oh my goodness. But yes, you heard correct. We are going to be doing the Carolina Panthers. They have the number 8 pick in the draft. If you guys didn't check, if you guys missed the last couple episodes, make sure you guys go check them out on the channel. There's a playlist for NFL mock drafts. We've done the first 7 teams, and we are working our way all the way down to 32 before the draft, hopefully. That's my goal, is to hopefully get all of those videos up before the draft somehow. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to roll with it either way. The Panthers are in a fun spot. They've got Teddy Bridgewater as their quarterback right now, who obviously is not their quarterback of the future. He's not overly young anymore. He's not old by any stretch of the imagination. He's just kind of a stopgap, I believe, for them, though. So if the right player falls to them here, I absolutely could see them drafting a quarterback in this draft. If the top guys are off the board, though, I don't see them going that route. They've got a few other needs. Specifically, they have a lot of offensive line needs. I could see them making a possible trade back in the first round here. I could even see them jumping up as far as like number 4 or maybe number 3 even. Maybe jumping up with the Dolphins, maybe jumping up with the Bengals if somebody starts falling at the like quarterback they want. I doubt we'll see that in this mock draft. I've rarely ever seen any teams trade their first round picks. So I don't think we'll see that happen, but we'll find out here in a minute. Let's get this started, though. We are going to obviously do our normal 3-round mock draft. I will preface this again, as I do in most of my videos. I am not a professional. It says so down in the description. I just do this for fun. This is just me giving my opinions, just kind of giving a place for everybody to kind of have fun with this and enjoy mock drafts. That's what I love about these. I love doing mock drafts. I love everything about them. It's so much fun. So let's get into this draft here. We're going to start the draft. Obviously, this will be Trevor Lawrence, as in every single video. This will probably be Zach Wilson. And we have the first big crazy thing. The New York Jets go Jamar Chase with the number 2 overall pick. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Penei Sewell goes to, Zach Wilson goes 4. That would be great for the Falcons. Rashawn Slater goes 5. Justin Fields goes 6. Oh, man. God, a lot of the guys I wanted are off the board now. So I do think a trade might be in order here. We're getting a couple offers. One to jump back to 19, pick up a 2, a 4, and a 5. And then jumping back to 20, picking up a 2, a 5, and a 6. So that's obviously worse than this one. This one could be interesting. We're dropping only back to 12. Picking up another 3, a 5, and a future 5. So that could actually be kind of interesting to try to pull off. Gosh. I just wish I knew who was on the board. I really wish I knew who was on the board. I do kind of like them trading back here, though, because the people that they wanted specifically are off the board. Maybe not, though, because if one of the other players is on the board, I think that they might jump at him. So we are going to decline these picks, kind of in hopes that he's still there. I don't know if he will be. He may have gotten taken by the Lions here, which is one of the things I hate about this system, is you can't see who's still on the board. So we're going to decline it. Jalen Waddle did go off the board. He is still on the board. The player that I want is a quarterback. He's still on the board. Obviously, they have a lot of needs at offensive tackle that they need. They have a corner. They need a lot of corner help. I don't see them going corner here in the first round, though. There's some decent ones in like the second and third round. I could see them maybe going with tight end, linebacker. Linebacker, I think, is a much bigger need than tight end. But quarterback is definitely their biggest need. And I think sitting at 8 here, yes, the other 3 quarterbacks are off the board. But grabbing Trey Lance here, I think you'd be unbelievably happy with. We don't know a ton about Trey Lance because we've seen so little of him, and we don't know if it's going to transfer over into the NFL. You know, him playing at North Dakota State, we don't know how that's going to really transfer over. He has all of the physical tools you could ever want from a quarterback, though. I think in terms of maybe pure talent, he might be second only to Trevor Lawrence in terms of what he could become. I do love Zach Wilson as well, but I think that there's some serious contention with Trey Lance and Zach Wilson being who could be the better quarterback in the future. Justin Fields, I see Justin Fields a lot like a Deshaun Watson when he came out of the draft, where he's got all these crazy, this ability to win and just make big plays. I see Justin Fields as that type of a player, but I think if you can grab Trey Lance and let him sit for even a year or two behind Teddy Bridgewater, he is going to be an absolute stud at the next level. So I think you'd be really, really happy with him being there. I thought he might have been gone with the Lions there, but you never know. Caleb Farley, that's a... I mean, that's about as consensus as a pick as I've ever seen. Caleb Farley going to the Broncos. It's literally a perfect scheme fit. He fits in so well with them. I love that. Kyle Pitts goes to the Giants. That'd be interesting to see. Sam Cosmi, Christian Darrisaw. I see a lot of the time the Vikings picking offensive linemen. There goes Devontae Smith to the frickin' Patriots again. Why does this happen? Elijah Vera Tucker. I love Elijah Vera Tucker. Micah Parsons goes to the Dolphins. So the Dolphins got Penny Swell and Micah Parsons. That is amazing. I think that's actually how I drafted for them. Mac Jones goes to the Washington football team. I love that pick. That would make me super, super, super happy. Oh my. Getting a trade offer to jump back into the first round. And we are only losing a 4 and a 5. I just wish I knew who was on the board. I really, really wish I knew who was on the board. I don't know if there's going to be anybody on the board that I just have to have. Oh, you know what? Actually, there might be somebody on the board that I really, really want. Oh, man, do I make this trade, though? We're jumping up 15 picks to get back into the first round, and we're losing a 4 and a 5. That's a lot to give up. But jumping 15 picks, that could be a big, big difference here. I think this is actually the first time I've ever really seen a team. No, maybe I've seen it once before where a team wanted to trade out of the first round. I guess I just don't see them doing this, if I'm being completely honest. So I am going to decline that there. The player I want is on the board, though, and that's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That's probably who I would have taken with that pick right there. But there's a couple other players on the board that I think we can get at 39. So I'm really, really hoping we can get him. Christian Barmore goes there. Pat Freiermuth goes there. That's a terrible spot to pick him. That's awful for Jacksonville. Rashad Bateman goes there. Oh, man. I wish that I could, like, trade up, because I would trade up now for him. I would very, very much trade up now for him, because he'll be gone here in just a second if he doesn't go here. Jalen Mayfield's gone. Javonte. Steve, I'm sorry. The Bills picked Javonte Williams. Oh, man. Oh, and there he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah goes to the Chiefs. That would be... I don't know if you could get better than that. That would be absolutely insane if that was what happened. There is another player on the board that I really want though. And hopefully he did not just go right there to the Bengals, because if he went right there to the Bengals, I'm going to be pissed. He did not, and he's still on the board. Let's go. I'm still pissed about this, about Richie Grant being above Trevon Moehrig. But we're going to take Zaven Collins here. That's almost a no-brainer to me. I love Zaven Collins overall as a player. He's 6'4", 260 starting linebacker, given opportunities to rush the passer. He kind of does it all. He might be the most well-rounded linebacker in this entire draft class. Micah Parsons kind of just does a lot of things. He doesn't really have a role. And then whereas Jeremiah Owusu, 6'2", 216, base 4'3", will linebacker, 3-down defender. He's just a great player overall as well. But I think Zaven Collins might be a little bit more well-rounded than Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Jeremiah Owusu might be the better player day one than Zaven Collins. But Zaven Collins has the ability, I believe, to be even better than Jeremiah Owusu in the future, given the right time to learn. But I would be ecstatic if you could grab him there, especially with the need that they have at linebacker. I think it's a big need for them. Cornerback's another big need for them. I think that's where we might look here in the third round, because I don't believe we have another second-round pick. I don't think so. This system's so broken. This system is so broken. Trevon Moehrig is on the board. If you were the Washington football team, you better be the happiest group of people ever. Because grabbing Mac Jones and Trevon Moehrig would be the greatest first two picks in this entire draft. That would be amazing. There is a player I really want. Don't know if he's going to be there for us, though, at 73. So if we can trade up, I am going to do it. Because there is a player I really want that's on the board. And he goes right there to the friggin' Jacksonville Jaguars. Screw you, Jacksonville. That's not nice, taking my player. I'm right with it, though. We can still work with it. There is another player on the board that I think would be friggin' cool if we could get. And he went at 71. See, these are the times where I wish that I could trade up. Where I wish I didn't make that rule that I can't trade up. Because that is 100% a player that I would trade up for. Without a question, that is a player I would trade up for. Dropping back, picking up a 4 and a 5. We're dropping back quite a bit, though, and we're losing a 6. Trading with the Vikings, dropping back 5 spots, picking up another 5 and losing a 6. You know, I'm alright with that. I will take that. Amon-Ra St. Brown is on the board. That would be a really good pick for them there. But this is who I want, Alex Leather. That's who I wanted. He's a borderline to end of the first round, easily early second round player. He never should have been there. That would have been awesome to get a hold of him though. But I am gonna draft right here. Man, it's not a need, but wide receiver with Amon-Ra St. Brown on the board would be amazing. James Hudson though, ooh, I do like that. He's not an immediate day one starter at the tackle position, but given maybe a half a season, he could very easily become a starting tackle in the NFL. Spencer Brown is also here. Paulson Adebo is on the board. Shaun Wade's on the board. We all know I love Shaun Wade. I think he'd be a great player for them here. So I think you could really go multiple different directions here. You've got... I don't think you'd go Jackson Carman here. I don't really like that pick. I do like Amon-Ra St. Brown, but that's not who I would take here. You know, we are going to go James Hudson right here. He is a little bit more of a developmental prospect, theoretically. But again, they said that about Brian O'Neill coming in for the Vikings. 3 years ago now, I want to say. But he's an immediate stud right tackle in the NFL now. So it's one of those things where you never truly know until you really get them in the game. But he probably will not be a day one starter for them, but he could very, very easily be one of their starters by the end of the season. So I think you jump at that chance. Oh man, we're losing a 4 and a 5, but we're jumping up a handful of picks here, and I think I'm gonna make this because there is another player I want on the board, and I think this would be the chance where you get this. Yes, this might be a little bit overpaying for it, but I am going to accept this here because the player I wanted should have still been on the board, wasn't he? Oh no. Did I miss him? Nope, I did not. He is right here. I was just completely going right over him for some weird reason. It is Hunter Long, tight end out of Boston College. He's not the best tight end, obviously, coming out of this draft class, but he's one of those guys where he's going to give you 3 down tight end help. He's 6'5", 254. Definitely a better 12 personnel heavy type of a tight end. He could work into being a tight end 1 in the NFL. Probably will start off as more of like a tight end 2, but his blocking is very, very good as well. And when your team has a type of player like Christian McCaffrey, you need to block for the guy. And Hunter Long is going to be able to catch passes and block in the run game and block in the pass game. He is he's a nice, well-rounded player. Doesn't make a ton of like splashy plays, but he's just going to be a very rock-solid player, and there's no way he makes it to the 4th round. So I think you take that chance and you jump up and you grab him because you need a lot of offensive line help with the Carolina Panthers, and I think that he would be a great addition to their team. Yes, you do lose a 4 and a 5. You're kind of just weighing the probabilities, though, of either of those 4th or 5th round players giving you enough to not take Hunter Long. So I like him there in the 3rd round. The other player I was looking at was Trill Williams out of Syracuse. I really, really like him as well. I forget his size. He's 6'2", 198. Definitely would be an outside corner in the NFL if he can work into that role. All right, that is the end of that draft. So let's check out our trades. I think we only made 1. If I remember correctly. Oh, no, we made 2. We made 2. I forgot. So we traded out of the 73rd pick, and we ended up getting the 78th pick, so we fell back 5 spots. We gained a 5, which I think that's actually the 5 we got rid of. Well, yeah, we ended up getting rid of that 5, if I remember correctly, and we got rid of a 6 here. So we basically swapped a 6 for a 5 just to drop back 5 spots, which I think was a great option. And then we traded 91, jumped back up to 91, I should say, and we ended up giving a 4 and the 5 we picked up. So we still have a 5. We just don't have a 6. And now we don't have a 4 unless we had extra 4s. I don't remember exactly all of their picks. I'd have to look into that a bit more. But the picks are as follows. We ended up with 4 picks total. We ended up getting Trey Lance, quarterback out of North Dakota State, Zayvon Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa, James Hudson, offensive tackle out of Cincinnati, and Hunter Long, tight end out of Boston College. I would be very, very happy with this draft. These are great players. 2 of which, yeah, 2 of which should be day 1 starters for you. Hunter Long will be a starter. Maybe not your like immediate stud number 1 tight end, but he is going to be a day 1 starter as a blocking tight end for sure. Zayvon Collins will step in immediately as one of your linebackers. Trey Lance probably will sit for a year or 2, but he is your future at the quarterback position. If it was any other draft class, Trey Lance would be the number 1 quarterback on the board. If it was like a weaker draft class, this draft class for quarterbacks is just absurd. And then you've got James Hudson, who might not be a day 1 starter, but will immediately become a starter as the season progresses, and he just gains a little bit more time at that position. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys think this is a good draft, if you guys think I'm completely insane for making any of these picks, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys I'm the worst at this, I apologize. But make sure you guys hit the like button if you guys did enjoy this. Subscribe to the channel as well. We are trying to hit 1K subs. That would be really, really awesome if we could eventually hit that. Make sure you guys subscribe. Oh my god. This is a lot harder than it looks, everybody. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at AbsoluteColton. Join my Discord as well if you guys want to get all the updates on everything that I've got going on this channel. This episode will be going up Wednesday, I want to say. Yeah, so it'll be Wednesday when this goes up. Tomorrow will be episode 1 of the Pokemon Diamond Extreme Randomized Nuzlocke as well. So you guys make sure you check that out as well. Friday will be the Denver Broncos mock draft. We're going to be doing number 9 with them. So make sure you guys let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys are enjoying this, if you guys want to see me do something different, just let me know. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.